Have to start the day off with a morning coffee. We're still at Addo campsite in the Addo National Park, and we're going to drive through the park today, and we're going to come out just other side of PE. We're going to do a bit of shopping, and then we're going into the Baviaanskloof. This is where I'm getting very excited because the campsite we're staying at tonight is called Baviaanskloof, and there's no water or electricity, and this is where the Ironvan really comes into play. So I'm very excited.
Coffee time, coffee time, coffee time.
The park got some much needed rain during the night, and we packed up camp in a chilly drizzle. We always welcome rain. Without rain, there would be no life. It was just over 200 kilometers to the Baviaanskloof Mega Reserve, so we took the scenic route through the Addo down to the coast. And for our final sighting, a beautiful old Dagga boy.
Very happy to see a buffalo in Addo. Bye bye buffalo.
As we drove from the semi-arid Zierberg section to the woody coastal section, the weather changed almost just as often as our surroundings.
So we thought we'd stop here for a cup of coffee, but check this weather. It is nuts. And I think Decky's just enjoying the view of the mountains, because normally you can see the sea over there.
We stopped for some groceries in Port Elizabeth, and then it was finally off to the Baviaanskloof.
The Eastern Cape produces a lot of citrus, mostly for export, and as we passed through the many farms, we could already see the mountains on the horizon.
Well, that was a bit of a wet and wild road. We had hectic rain and wind and everything, but just as we pulled into Baviaanskloof, it's calm and chilled again, and look at how absolutely beautiful it is. I am so amped to be here, and I cannot wait to see our campsite because I think it might be on the river, which is going to be amazing.
There's only one road through the Baviaans, and it runs for just under 200 kilometers in the valley between the Baviaans mountain range on the north and the Karoo Mountains on the south. The Baviaanskloof mountain range derives its name from the Dutch word for baboon, and with its thousands of years of natural history, it's recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
They call it the Baviaans Mega Reserve, and I think we just passed a little piece that was like a coastal forest. So beautiful. And it smells so good.
As the road runs in the valley, it has about 42 small river crossings, each one more beautiful than the last. Seven of South Africa's 8 biomes, or natural regions, occur here. These 7 biomes are fynbos, forest, grassland, succulent karoo and nama karoo, as well as subtropical thicket and savanna. The only biome it lacks is desert.
How's that view?
It feels like I'm in a different country. Hey?
The reserve is the 3rd largest protected area in SA and encompasses a few stock farms and 2 small towns, Willowmore and State Level.
Des, tell me, what do you think of the Baviaans so far?
It is absolutely magical. And it's misty, but it gives a completely different feeling. It actually feels like I'm in Scotland, but it's beautiful.
I'm actually blown away. I really am. It's a lot more than I expected. Pity about the weather today. I think we're missing out on some of the views, but what we've seen so far is pretty spectacular.
It's quite a bit of a 4x4 drive, this. We just passed two vehicles going the opposite direction and the two ladies in the passenger seats were completely freaked out. It's quite a high edge, and I think if you don't drive a lot of roads like this, it must be quite scary. But I just want to say that this bakkie drives like a dream. We've driven this past before in a Hilux, but it was a much rougher ride. So for a fact, I can say the Ironman suspension really works. It's going like a Boeing. It's amazing. We've just stopped so people can take some pictures up front, but I just want to show you this cliff.
This road was built by famous SA road engineer Thomas Bain between 1880 and 1890, and it's one of the longest and last passes he ever built. A testament to a man that made the impossible possible.
So we were supposed to camp at Klip, but we decided to go to Rooihoek, and the river is just down here, so you can take a walk to the river, so we'll most probably see that tomorrow. But we parked away from the people because we want to take some beautiful photos of the Ironvan. But I mean, this place is stunning. Still misty, so you can't really see the views, but tomorrow it's going to be epic. But look at that, it's amazing.
How cool is this bag? This is specially for your shoes. So when you climb into the roof tent at night, you can take your dirty old shoes off and get them again when you come out in the morning. Because sometimes it rains and then your feet look like this. Oh my goodness! Hey!
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Oh, some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know.
Morning sunshine.
It's morning. I'm still waking up. But this is a good wake up. To this view, we got woken up by the birds. I'm not a morning person, but this was a good morning. And we don't have water and electricity and that kind of thing, so I've got a little wash bucket. Just washed my face. Put lots of sunscreen because I think the sun is going to be hot today. And then I want to have like a coffee, and then we're going to explore.
The limit of love is endless, I know.
Rooihoek is situated on the bank of the Karoo River. The river with its green banks runs like the lifeblood through this almost arid landscape. Looking up to the vast mountains makes you realize how small you are. And if you look down, you realize just how much life there is.
Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know.
Being out here in the wilderness is exactly what we've longed for, and I cannot even remember what that rat race in the city was all about. This is the best kind of place. It is the further we want to be, and it is the more we want to see.
This place is spectacular. I'm sitting here in a nice, clean, cold stream. The water is flowing to the parts that matter. And I've seen some beautiful dragonflies and damselflies here, which means this environment is very, very healthy. It's stunningly beautiful here.
How's your day so far?
It's incredible. I've been up since 5 in the morning and I just can't get enough. I can't get enough.
I feel like I never, ever, ever want to leave this place. It's so magical. We've spent, I have no idea, maybe an hour or 2 hours just wandering up and down the river. There's so many beautiful things to look at, so many different kinds of plants. I've seen some fish, things hopping around on top of the water, and there's so many dragon and damselflies. I'm flabbergasted. But there's just a quick fact around the dragonflies that I'd like to share. They're very territorial and they have areas that they protect, but they only have 3 reactions. They're not very intelligent animals. So their first reaction when they see another thing entering their territory is first they try and mate with it. And when they see it's not their species, because they've got a key that's got a link into each other for them to actually mate, if they see it's not their species, then they try and eat it. And if they can't eat it, then they chase it.
The heat got a bit much, and we left the safety of the shallow stream for a proper swim in the river.
Woo! This is amazing.
For the first time, I'm wondering whether crocodiles are a real threat. I mean, I know crocodiles are a threat. They're always a threat. But are they here?
I don't think they are, but you never know. It's not impossible.
Did you hear that?
Baboon.
No, my stomach's rumbling.
Really?
Yes.
Time for lunch.
Time for lunch.
Okay. I'll see you in a week or so.
I'ma float down the river. See you soon. Goodbye. Goodbye.
I didn't float far before the smell of bacon lured me back to the riverbank and right into the campsite.
So I'm not a chef, but nobody can get bacon wrong, and especially with a view like this. And we are starving now, so we're gonna have some salmies with absolutely everything we've got on it. Bacon, onion, tomato, jam, cheese. We've got everything. It's gonna be good. Lunch is ready. Yo, this is gonna be messy. So these guys are extremely cool, dung beetles. There is, I think, more species than there is species that leave dung in the field. And they, of course, play a very important role in cleaning up and taking away things like dung. And they would use this to lay their eggs in. So they dig a hole, take all the dung, and lay it deep in the ground where it's nice and cool. They build a hard little, like a crust around it so it doesn't dry out. And then they lay their egg in there. So when the egg hatches, that's what it eats. And that's why they're also a sacred symbol in so many different religions, because they go underground with something like dung and then new life comes out of it.
My name is Dirk Smit, and this is a product review of the 10-litre Ironman bucket. What's nice about this bucket, it doesn't take up a lot of space. So, let me show you how it works. How does it work again? Here we go. It's a bucket, 10-litre bucket. So, Alti, who's behind the camera, challenged me to see how fast I can de-rig it So let's see, because it's quite a tricky thing. You have to practice it. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi.
6 Mississippi. Okay, your turn.
Challenge accepted.
Right. Now you're cheating. Come, yeah, all right.
Just
Okay.
ready.
Okay.
I'm not cheating, I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi. I win.
That was just 1 Mississippi short of a landslide. But the real winner remains the Baviaanskloof, with its untouched beauty and serenity.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What a successful day.
Oh, it was one of the best days I've ever had.
Those streams are something else. This whole area is just magnificent, and these views, and the moon is just coming up right behind this mountain. It's lovely.
No, it is really a spectacular place. I'm super happy to be here, and I feel like everybody should just come here at least once in their lives.